What up, gang, and welcome back once again to I Like Watches. Mr. FedEx has just dropped off a couple of new releases. These are JDM Seikos. I was on the Sakura Watches website the other day and noticed Seiko have released 3 more SBTR watches. These are very affordable chronograph watches, JDM watches, and I posted a video on these watches on my second channel quite a while ago, and that video went on to be my most popular and most viewed video ever with over 350,000 views. So yeah, I couldn't resist the temptation to get the new ones in. I didn't get one of them in because it was a bit horrible looking, but I got 2 of them. Let me show you. When Mr. FedEx rang the doorbell, I was actually in the middle of reviewing this new release by Beaufort. It is a silver dial sea trekker. Robert has actually sent me a version 1 and this, which is, well, sort of a version 2 to review. And yeah, I thought I'd take a break to have a look at these SBTRs. As you can see, I've got the 039 and 041, and I will show you a picture of the one that, yeah, I wasn't interested in buying to show you guys. And yeah, if you're interested in these watches, I'll put a link to the Sakura Watches website along with a 3% discount code. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but their watches are already discounted, and yeah, I don't find JDM Seikos any cheaper anywhere else. So yeah, if you're going to buy a JDM Seiko, I would certainly start by looking at their website. Let's have a look at the 039 first. Oh, the packaging is new. Yeah, I don't think I've seen one of these sort of marble effect boxes. That actually feels nicer than the boxes that the other ones were sent in. Oh, wow, that's new as well. Don't tell me that's Seiko branded. That would be pretty cool if it is. No, it isn't. So I wonder if Sakura put that in. They've never done that before. Interesting. Right, yeah, this looks to be the Panda dial version. Oh, look at the angled case. That's different than the other ones, actually. Yeah, and the lines, the pinstripes on the dial, that looks really, really good. I'll put some pictures on the screen of the listing on Sakura watches with the converted prices for you. Wow, okay, this looks quite different to the other SBTRs that I reviewed, actually. What have we got here? So yeah, this is the SBTR 039, normally retails for 33,000 yen. And what is this? Oh, just another tag. Let's have a look at the clasp. It is a milled clasp, sadly. But the bracelet feels nice. Let me get the plastic off. I'll be back in a mo. Right, there we go. All the plastic has been removed, and I've just had a look at the original SBTRs that I reviewed on my channel, and actually they've made quite a few changes for the better, I will add. And yeah, there's a few more available than I first realised. I've bought 2 of these to show you in this video, but yeah, I'll show you some pictures of the other ones also available, and I think these are even better, an even better proposition than the other SBTRs that I showed you because, well, although there's some weaknesses, I'm sure it won't be sapphire, it'll be mineral crystal, I'll double check, but yeah, there are a few weaknesses, but for the money, they are fantastic looking Seiko chronographs, aren't they? And there's even some light play on those applied indices, which I wasn't expecting. They must have those little micro grooves. I actually love the look of the dials. I didn't think I was going to like the pinstripes on the dials, but I actually thought that was the main difference. But actually it's the case and the pushers. They've changed the case shape. They've also changed the pushers. I much prefer these pushers. Wow. Yeah, this is actually much better than I was expecting. These are, of course, mecha quartz chronographs, and inside this particular watch, because you have these sub-dials essentially down the centre and on the left at the 9 o'clock, this is the VK67, but there are also some of these new SBTRs where you have these sub-dials in the bottom half of the dial, and I think then the date complication is at the sort of 4 o'clock-ish position, so yeah, I do prefer those generally, actually, where the 3 sub-dials are in the middle and at the bottom. But yeah, I was keen to get something in that was a little bit different. And like I said, I really am quite surprised, actually, at how much better this one seems to be than the older SBTRs. Although some of the older ones, I mean, the colours were incredible, and that was really why I was keen to get a lot of those watches in to show you, just to show you some of the incredible colours. But in terms of the sort of design and the case shape and all that sort of stuff, I think the new ones are actually better. Another weakness I've spotted is the hollow end links. So yeah, these aren't going to be the sort of spec monsters that we've come to expect from watch companies or watch sellers on AliExpress. But if you like your Seiko watches, and in particular JDM Seiko watches, your affordable Seiko watches, then these are options for sure. And it actually feels like there's some decent feedback, or a click at least, with these pushers. One of the complaints I have with some of the sort of cheaper Seiko chronographs is there doesn't seem to be a lot of feedback with the pushers. Now, I haven't reviewed a watch, I don't think, with the VK67 in it, so maybe it's just, you know, this particular movement. But yeah, the pushers actually feel like there's a fairly decent click. I don't know if you can hear it. Have a listen. Right, let's take a look at the SBTR041, and as I've mentioned already, there's more available than I first realised, including some coated ones that are sort of very stealthy looking. So yeah, I didn't notice those actually when I was on the website a little while ago. Wow, another cloth, look. Yeah, I'll need to ask them about that, because I've never seen that before from any of their watches. And oh man, that is nice. Even the cushions are nice. Look at that. Sort of linen cushion. That'd be quite cool for filming. This has a really nice sort of matte. I don't know if that's ceramic. It probably wouldn't be for this sort of price. This is one of the colour options I really liked. I'm pleased to see that this one is available in the new range. This sort of, yeah, well, it's not really a duck egg blue, is it? It's just a nice sort of pale blue. A little bit of a sheen to that dial. Really nice matte tachymeter bezel around the outside. Same case shape, same movements, yeah, same bracelet, same weaknesses basically, but just a different colour version. Again, you've got the complications down the centre and at the 9 o'clock. What complications are there? Let's have a look. You've got the minutes for the chronograph. You've got the running seconds hand for the time, which is good. We like that on our chronographs, especially the ones with the Seiko mecha quartz movements in them. You're still getting that light play on the applied indices, look, and yeah, hours for the chronograph. At the 9 o'clock date, complication. Let's just have a little feel of the crown. I didn't do that. It's a pull push crown. I'll put some specifications on the screen. Yeah, let's advance the hands first. That's nice enough. Let's get them down there and do a date change. Yeah, that's nice enough as well. Buttons. Yeah, again, decent amount of feedback. Wow, nice. I am actually quite surprised at how much better these are. I just think they look, yeah, more modern. Much prefer the pushers. Much prefer this case shape. Yes, there are some weaknesses to these watches. Of course there are, but for the money, I mean, I think they're amongst the best value Seiko watches available, and that's what I said in my initial videos. So yeah, guys, there you go. The SBTRs, the new SBTRs by Seiko. Very nice.